Hello guys and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls Prepare to Die. I'm Kulikan Dragoon, and in the last episode we took down Grave Lord Nito. Had a few nicks along the way, mostly due to a skeleton who likes to kick people. But now we are back here in Darkroot Garden, and you guys remember a while back I bought the Crest of Artorias, and we can use that to actually open this door. This actually will get us to the rest of Darkroot Garden. My suggestion is, if you don't want to do PvP fight, never come in here human. This is probably the biggest area for invasion, because there is actually an entire covenant devoted to invading here. We will be joining it. These are all just humanoided NPCs. Take him out first. Forgot how much of a pain in the rear these sorceresses are. Sorceresses. Sit down and be quiet. Yep, so, my suggestion for basically anybody who is coming here and you want to spend some time here, my suggestion is always to join the Forest Hunter Covenants here. If for no other reason than as soon as you join them, all of these NPC guys won't attack you anymore. Because they are all forest hunters and they don't attack other forest hunters. And so, if you think you want to spend some time here, go ahead and just join the Covenant. I know he's healing himself in a fortress and taking this guy down and out. No idea what that was. Oh, come on. I got robbed, guys. I assume that is a greater heal spell. Of sun type, I'm not sure. Alright, he's down now. Once you join the Forest Hunters, these NPCs don't attack you anymore because they're also Forest Hunters. There's also a merchant that shows up, and it's also a concept that he might have been more important to a certain part of the storyline that involves the Chaos Blade, but that was eliminated. There is still content of that in the game code voice actor recording the lines being recorded for it. But that's something we're not going to be super excited about. We're going to go here and we're going to talk to a cat.
Is it not so that thou art new? Thou fared well to find him. That cometh thee not for the grave of Sir Artorias. My advice true. Forget this. The legend of Artorias art none but a fabrication. Traversing the dark. 'Tis but a fairy tale. Have thine own respect. Go not yonder knocking for nothing, I say. Well, indeed, thou art a strange one. Nevertheless, I feel some liking for thee. I'm Alvina of the Darkroot Wood. I command a clan of hunters who track down defilers of the forest graves. What dost thou say? Wilt thou not join us? Oh, yes, I believe we would suit thee well. I am very glad. And now thou art one of us. Let us establish a covenant. And here taketh this room. If thou wearest that ring, if mine senses reveal it, fend them off. I shall summon others who will by that. Thou shalt receive but thou must hear, the clan is thine own. Darest not in any attempt to double.
Yep. So basically now we're a member of the Forest Covenant, so now we won't be attacked, and that causes this guy over here to show up.
I've heard all about you. I'm Shiva of the East, captain of the brigade. Let's teach you the clan basics now, as there's no time to chat in the midst of fighting. Except there is little in the form of rules. fight and hunt as you like. Whoever's fastest gets the prey. That's the way we do it. Only, don't forget what our week. That's about. Don't worry. It's a good old time, isn't it? Great to have you with.
Yep. So he'll actually sell you stuff.
Don't worry. You'll be hunters.
He's actually a merchant. Not here. He has to actually go down to Blight Town. But also, if you look back here, there's a ninja. You come back up here to him.
Ah, did you notice that one? With sharp eyes? He is one of the clan. Always slinking in the you'll see what I...
So actually, if you guys may see on a couple videos, you see people kind of doing flips, headstands, all over that. You actually have to kill him to get that ring. These guys won't show up unless you join the clan, so you have to kind of join the clan and then betray them. But you might recognize where I'm at. Some of the more astute of you. We've been here before, but we've never actually been here. To get matters to get everybody to be confused. I guess the only way I can really say it is welcome to Ulasil. Yep, we are actually, if you guys remember, the Royal Wood from the first part of Ulasil. This is the Royal Wood. And so when they're talking about going to the grave of Sir Artorius, I think the grave, I'm sure somebody else has mapped this out so it's completely much more accurate than I am. I believe the grave is actually at the sanctuary, if you guys remember all those kind of like statues and stuff there. I think those were supposed to be the forest graves, and now the only grave I think that's there, I think there's actually other weapons there to symbolize graves, but the main grave there is the grave of Artorius. And I promise you guys I'd tell you a little bit more about why the DLC kind of changed a lot of the story for this place. It's mostly because Artorius was known for two things, really. Abyss walking, being able to walk in the abyss, which whether or not that's true or not, I'll let other people debate and speculate. And also he was also known for stopping the spread of the abyss. So the spread of the abyss is what happened in the DLC, and we can tell he went to Ulasil to stop it, but he failed. We ended up killing him, and one of the things that a lot of people speculate nowadays is that the reason behind the Forest Hunters, and we did see Alvina there in the past as well, she led us to Sif, is them trying to hide the truth of what happened there in the past. And so kind of like their duty now as the Forest Hunters is to protect more of, and not so much the grave, but the truth that Artorius fell without ever actually defeating the abyss itself. And that he fell, and his legend is alive. If you guys recognize this spot, this is actually where we first ran into Calamite. And down over there, guys, that's where we fought the Hydra. That's actually where you would have fought Calamite back in Ulasil. We can't really traverse down that area now because now there's a river down here through the passage of time. This isn't the way I really want to go to get there, though. I want to go back to where our little kitty friend now is. But it kind of changes because originally when you came here, this is the grave of Artorius, and he walks in the. So this is the grave of Artorius, and Artorius was the Abyss Walker. And now we're here to see if we can learn anything about the art of Abyssal Walking. I don't need to fight him. See, he won't attack me because I am now a member of the Forest Covenant. So, that was like the kind of original was that you just come here. The Forest Hunters are trying to protect the grave, mostly just to make sure it doesn't get defiled for the original story. And then obviously now the story has altered itself too. It's more of the Forest Hunters are trying to keep it a secret. What happened back then in that past? How he fell he fell in disgrace, really. He wasn't able to defeat Manus. He couldn't spread the Halt of the Abyss. We're the ones who ended up doing that. But the sadder part about this whole thing is actually the boss himself. It's more of now the boss for this era. The boss is Sif, guys. You remember the dog that we rescued. And originally when you came in here, Sif just is doing his duty that he's done ever since Artorias died. He's protecting the grave. So he kind of smacks you into the ground, and he's willing to take you on. And main thing, I'll warn you guys about this now. If you think, oh, fighting Sif doesn't seem like it'd be that hard, just remember, when we saw Sif in Ulasil, he was a puppy. So now we have now it changes. The kind of introductory cutscene to him changes because now he recognizes us because we were the ones who saved him in the Abyss all those years ago. So now he recognizes us. He knows who we are, and you kind of get the feeling, and you know from the way that the scene plays out, he doesn't really want to fight us, but you kind of get this feeling from him that this is what he has to do. Even against us who saved him, he still has to try and protect the truth of what happened all those years ago. And there's the Enchanted Ember. And so, he'll fight us irregardless, and it's one of those fights where at the very, like throughout the whole fight, especially after you do Ulasil, you realize that there's no reason for you to really fight Sif, but he doesn't really want to fight you either, so it kind of gets sad, and at the very end of the fight, you'll probably see if you wound him enough, he'll almost like start limping, and you just kind of say, I don't want to fight Sif. So, here we go. This is the fight against Sif. We're going to have to fight him. This really it makes no difference under Baron with the Forest Hunters. By the way, whether or not you have to fight Sif eventually. You have to fight Sif at some point. So now, I think this was at one point the Sanctuary, like I said. And here we go with the boss battle. I'd much rather not. So there you go, guys. He recognized us. You kind of get the feeling from him that he doesn't really want to fight us, but he has no choice in the matter. The easiest way to kind of fight Sif... Ooh, that did a lot more than I thought it would. If you can do it, is kind of to get underneath him. If you can kind of get like underneath him, you can attack, but he can't really attack you. And of course, he does like just do jump off style. I keep getting hit while I'm trying to do this. Even if you can only get 1 or 2 attacks in, it's still not bad. I'm not doing super great against him right now. And so yeah, this is Sif all grown up too, by the way, guys. Gotta remember that puppy that we rescued way back there. Now he kind of like starts changing a little bit. His walk style. I've never seen him actually really start walking around like this much. Shouldn't be too much longer. He'll actually probably start limping here. Well, he probably would have if we didn't kill him there. So now we have, unfortunately, we've had to kill Sif. It's not something that I relish having to do, no matter what. But also, if you come back here, we get the Hornet Ring, which is the final of the 4 rings. And if you remember, we met her in the past as well, and we gave her the Soul of Artorias, and this is the Grave of Artorias. So she I believe, was in love with Artorias, and she actually stayed and just died here behind, so she'd be at the same place as he was. So now we have the art of abyssal walking. We can now enter into the abyss and fight against the 4 kings themselves and beat them, hopefully. So we're going to go ahead and do that next episode. I'm going to end it off here. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time, so take care.